This is the Louis T. Network. Hey, either you're outside or you're
in the lab room.
Who else could it be but me, your man, Louis T. Welcome, you are in the lab room. Of course, I'm your host, Lou. Thank you for joining me. Week number 17 in the National Football League. Chicago Bears, the Bears, on the road taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Very quickly to wrap this one up. No playoff implications in this football game. Vikings had a chance to finish up the season on a high note at 7-9, taking on the Chicago Bears, who have hit a rough patch in their season. They are struggling, looking to just try to save face and get to 6 wins on the season, coming into the game at 5-10. And quickly, Bears struggled offensively in this game. Matt Forte breaks the NFL record for most receptions made by a running back with 102, breaking the old mark set by Larry Sanders of 101. So congratulations to Matt Forte. But that just goes to show you that he's catching way too many passes in this offense. Jay Cutler was solid, not great. He looked to not make a lot of mistakes. A lot of short passes in this game. A lot of missed opportunities. Bears have a long kickoff return by Mark Mariani. They can't get in the end zone there. They get an interception, a pass that comes off the fingers of Cordero Patterson into the waiting arms of their rookie out of Vitek, Fuller. He's able to get it to the 7-yard line. They can't get in the end zone. Just struggles for this Bears offense, struggles for this Bears team in general. Meanwhile, Minnesota able to take advantage of some opportunities. Adam Thielen able to get behind the defense, wide open, and you see the maturation of Teddy Bridgewater, who I think, to me, he's had the best rookie season of all the quarterbacks. Derek Carr not far behind, but I think Teddy Bridgewater, from his first start to now, he seems like a kid that just gets it. And the thing I like about Teddy is we knew what we were getting, and we got that, and then we're starting to see the maturity. We knew we were getting an accurate passer. We knew we were getting a guy that could be athletic, wasn't going to try to run a lot, but if need be, he could. We've seen that. We saw a guy that was very intelligent, was going to be able to digest an NFL playbook and take what the defense was giving him. Third best completion percentage of a rookie in NFL history at 64.4%. So you saw everything that we saw in college from this kid. The one thing that I was asking him to do that I didn't see in college enough of was the deep ball accuracy. He hit a deep ball to Thielen here on the money. He hit a deep ball a couple of weeks ago on the money to Charles Johnson. The deep ball accuracy is definitely improved from when he started this season. And so you see the maturation. Also threw a great deep ball in the end zone to Greg Jennings. Jennings wasn't able to hold on. They ruled it a touchdown, then came back and changed it after instant replay, which was the right call. So he's getting better. I like his pocket mobility. I like his pocket awareness. He does not take bad sacks. He gets out of trouble. He escapes the pocket, makes things happen out on the run, gets out and runs when necessary. I like what I'm seeing out of Teddy. I also like what I see out of this Minnesota Vikings defense. Again, you knew one thing you were going to get when your head coach became Mike Zimmer. You were getting defense, and that's what this team has played all season long. Really good defense. I think the future is extremely bright for the Vikings. They finished the season winning 3 out of their final 4 games. I like the way they're playing football. I like the fact that they've got a quarterback that they can put the burden on his shoulders moving forward. They've got a defense that's going to keep them in ball games. They've got the winning recipe in Minnesota. They just need to continue to stockpile talent. Figure out what you're going to do with Cordero Patterson. If you're not going to use him correctly, get something for him. This guy's an asset. You've got a lot of pieces that I like in Minnesota. Just continue to build what you already have. I think they're going to be making some noise in that NFC North division soon enough. Meanwhile, the Bears are going in the opposite direction. They fired their head coach in Mark Trestman. We all saw that coming. They also fired Phil Emery, and you could argue that he needed to be fired because, again, you look at this Bears team, there's not a lot of talent. He's a big part of the reason why there's not a lot of talent on this team. And so it's going to look vastly different in Chicago next season. Will Jay Cutler be back? We don't know. There's a lot of questions, not enough answers in Chicago right now. They don't get it done. And I think the last drive of the game was very fitting and the perfect ending to a season that was dysfunctional. That last drive that the Chicago Bears had to try to win this game was dysfunctional. It started with a penalty for a false start. They had another penalty for false start. They had another penalty for illegal touching, guy running out of bounds, coming back in, being the first to touch the football. They ended up in 3rd and 19 after Jay Cutler had rushed for a first down. The first play after he rushes for about 17 in the first down, you get a false start penalty on a receiver, Alshon Jeffrey. Never, ever trust a man with 2 first names. You see why? And then it just all went downhill from there, and that's what this Bears team has been all season long. Fitting ending to a 13-9 loss for the Bears. A fitting ending for a 5-11 season. A lot of change coming for the Bears. Meanwhile, Vikings look to be heading down the right path. They finish up the season at 7-9. That's going to do it for Vikings and Bears. We'll talk more about these two teams in the offseason a little bit later down the road. But for now, if it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the lab room. Come back and join me as I continue to break down week number 17 in the National Football League. See you in a bit.
In the lab.